Hey everyone, welcome to SFDC Stop, and in this video we are going to talk about generator functions in JavaScript, right? So in one line I can simply say that generator functions are some special JavaScript functions that can be exited and later on re-entered, right? So let's say I have a JavaScript function where I am having some lines of code like A, B, C, D, E and F, right? And what I want these lines to be executed first of all, and then I want to exit this function, and whenever I re-enter this function I want the remaining lines of code to be executed after that. So these kind of functions where I can execute some lines of code and then I can exit the function and later on I can come back and execute the remaining lines of code, such type of functions are known as generator functions. So let's create a generator function and let's see how it works. In order to create a generator function, you can simply use the function keyword followed by an asterisk, and after that you can give the function name. So in my case the function name is, let's say, Salesforce clouds. So this function is something which is going to return me the different type of clouds which Salesforce has, right? And inside this function I can simply say that yield sales cloud, because Salesforce has a sales cloud, right? I can say that yield service cloud. I can say that yield, let's say, community cloud, and I can say that console.log. Let me just add another yield statement first of all. So yield, it should be health cloud, and I can have any number of statements between these four yields. So these yields are basically the checkpoints, I can say. So this is a checkpoint 1, this is checkpoint 2, checkpoint 3 and checkpoint 4, and I can have any JavaScript code between these checkpoints. So let's say I am having a console.log which is saying me 1, right? And it is saying me 2. So 1, 2, and then after this we have the first checkpoint, and then we have, let's say, 3 and 4, and then the second checkpoint. After that, we have, let's say, 5 and 6, and then the third checkpoint. And after that, we have, let's say, 7 and 8, and then the fourth checkpoint, right? So I'm adding this console.log because I want to show you that this much code will be executed when this function is called for the first time. At the second time, this much code will be executed, and at the third time, this much code will be executed, and at the fourth time, this much code will be executed, right? So you can have any kind of JavaScript code. I have just added some console.logs to show you the example. So let's create a constant which is named as force clouds, okay? And it is going to refer to my Salesforce cloud function. And after that, I can simply have a console.log statement which is saying, let's say, force clouds.next, okay? So this is how I am calling my generator function, by using the next function after the variable, or I can say the constant to which my function is assigned, right? And yeah, let's execute this code and let's see what happens. Okay, so here you can see when I call this generator function for the first time, I am getting my statements executed, which is before the first checkpoint, that is the first yield statement, and I'm getting a return value which is being console logged, and this return value is nothing but an object with two properties. One is value and second is done, right? The value is having a value as sales cloud, and done is having a value as false. So let me just execute it a couple of more times and then we'll see how it's working. So I'll execute it again, and this time you can see that I have executed it 3 times. So for the first time I'm getting 1 and 2, and I'm getting an object with the value as sales cloud and done as false. For the second time I'm getting these statements executed, which is nothing but 3 and 4. Then I'm getting an object which is being returned with the value as service cloud, which is this, and done as false, right? For the third time I'm getting these statements executed, which is 5 and 6, and then I'm getting an object with the value as community cloud and done as false. So what I can say, each time I'm calling a generator function, I'm getting an object, right? And this object is known as generator object. And this generator object has two properties. One is value and second is done, right? So this generator object has two properties, value and done. So value is something which I am returning from a generator function, and I can return the value by using the yield keyword, and whatever I am specifying after the yield keyword in the same line, that value is being returned, right? So it is similar to the return statement, but in case of generator function. So for the first time when I called, I returned sales cloud. For the second time when I called, I returned service cloud. For the third time when I called, I returned community cloud. This is how I'm returning the values from my generator function. And each time you can see that the code snippets are executed after the first return or after the second return and so on. When I'm calling it again and again. Okay, so the next question that we have in mind is that what is this done variable for, or what is this done property for? If I'm getting the value as in the value parameter or the property, then what is this done for? So let me just execute this function again and again for a couple of more times, and then we'll be able to understand what is this done for. So I am having, I think, yeah, 1, 2, 3, and 4 yield statements. So I can execute this code, let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 times. So let me just remove this, and let's see what happens. Okay, so let's move on to our function and let's see what we are getting. For the first time, we are getting 1, 2, and sales cloud. This is perfect. For the second time, we are getting 3, 4, and service cloud. This is also perfect. For the third time, we are getting 5, 6, and community cloud. 5, 6, and community cloud. This is also perfect. For the fourth time, we are getting 7, 8, and health cloud. So we are getting 7, 8, and health cloud. This is also perfect. But when I executed this for the fifth time, so when I called my generator function for the fifth time, this time I'm getting my value as undefined, and I'm getting the done variable or the done property with the value true. So what this done is showing? This done is showing that I don't have any more code in my generator function to be executed, right? So all the code, I mean, until the moment I have some more code to be executed in my generator function, I'll get the done as false. So this is basically telling us that my generator function is not finished yet. But when I don't have any other code in my generator function to be executed, I'll get my done variable as true. So this is showing me that my generator function is executed now fully and finally, and I don't have anything else to be executed in my generator function. So this is how a very simple generator function we have created, and let's see one example of generator function. Or I mean, you must be wondering that where in JavaScript can I use this generator function, or what can be a scenario when I have to use the generator function. So let me just show you another example. Um, so let's say I have a service center where I am going to, get my vehicle repaired or get my vehicle serviced, right? So what I can do, this service center has a JavaScript application, and they don't have any kind of backend. Let's say they have a very simple JavaScript application which is used for giving the tokens to the customer that are getting into their service center. So I mean, what is the scenario? I have to give each customer a unique token, right? And I had no backend for this. I just want to do it using JavaScript. So what I can do, I can simply create a generator function which is named as, let's say, generate token, and this function is going to give me a unique token each time I'm calling this function, right? And let's say my service center is able to kind of deal with 10 customers at max in a day. So what I can do, I can simply say let token number is equal to 1. So I'm starting my token number from 1, and I'm getting a while loop that while token number is less than or equal to 10, because I'm able to manage at max 10 customers in a day, so there can be only 10 tokens at max. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to return the token number, which is the current token number, and after that I'm going to do token number plus plus. Okay, and in my console.log statement, but before that let me just assign this function. So I can simply say get token is equal to generate token, right? And after that I can say console.log get token dot next. Okay, and I can have 10 tokens at max, so I can execute this function 10 times, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and after that I should get undefined or something, right? Let me just execute this code and let's see what happens. So here you can see we are getting 10 generator objects each time when I'm calling a function. So the first time I called, I'm getting the token as 1. Second time I'm getting a token as 2, then 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And after that, I'm getting a token value as undefined. and I'm getting a done value as true. So I can say that my tokens are completed, or I can say that all the tokens I have distributed to the customers. So I cannot handle more customers. So that's why I'm getting the done as true and the value as undefined, right? And in case you just want to access the value from this generator function, you can simply do it like this. I can simply add a dot value. So in this case, I'll be getting only the values. Here you can see 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10, because this is going to return me an object, right? So the object has two properties, value and done. So these are the values, and similarly if you want to access the done parameter or the property, you can simply write done here, and in that case you will be having done, which is false or false or false, and at the end we have a true, right? So this is a very simple example of a generator function that is going to give you a unique token each time, because the first time you have executed, it has returned the token number, which is 1. And when you executed this for the second time, it executed this particular code and incremented it by 1, checked the condition and returned you the second value. For the third time, it incremented it again, checked the condition and returned you the third value. So it is you can say working till 10, and after that you are getting a done as true, because you don't have anything after this while loop in the function, and which is being returned using the yield keyword, and you are getting a value as undefined, right? So this is how a generator function is made, and this is how a generator function is being used in JavaScript. So this is a very simple example, but you can come up with other scenarios where you can use this generator function, where you have to execute some lines of code and then return something, and then go back and execute the other lines of code. Yeah, so that's all for this tutorial, everyone. I hope you liked it. Let me know your feedback in the comments down below, and you will get I'll give you all the code which I use in this tutorial in the video description. And yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Till then, have a good day. Bye bye.